I've been asking myself, what is the reason why I struggle with boundaries? And then I realized it goes back to being the golden child. I grew up believing I have to be perfect to be loved. I always thought, how would my parents react if I disappointed them? And that was such a scare. And as a result, I grew up not having any boundaries at all. I thought saying no is equals to no love for me, and saying yes is equals to you're safe. I used to think boundaries equal to disrespect or you thinking you're better than another person, and that if you truly love someone, you tolerate everything. And then I read somewhere that offense doesn't necessarily mean you're mean. It just shows people where your garden starts. And yeah, it's just you protecting your garden, protecting your peace, and just not letting everybody just stamp over what you worked on. And yeah, it changed my perspective on how I see things. You don't owe anybody unlimited access to you. You don't have to be the girl that never says no, or the girl that says it's fine even when it's not, the girl that replies instantly even when they are busy. You don't have to be all of that. Just make yourself the main focus. Focus on yourself before you focus on somebody else. Know what would please you before you want to please somebody else. And if whatever that you have to do to please somebody else doesn't align with whatever that pleases you, then don't do it at all. Don't do it at all. Okay, now that I have discovered the root of me not having boundaries, why should I have boundaries? So if you don't have boundaries, you will keep on doing things that you really don't want to do, and at the end of the day you'll end up being resentful and also exhausted. You'll end up resenting people that don't even know that they were crossing your boundaries. For example, you don't tell a person that you don't like being talked to that way, and they continue doing it, and now you just being hateful towards that person. You just hate them, and now they don't know why you are acting the way that you are, because you set a boundary and you did not communicate it, and now everybody is just overstepping that boundary of yours because you didn't communicate it in the first place. So that is the reason why it is important to communicate your boundaries. Now that you have decided that, I wanna set boundaries with people, what you do now is you have consequences for your boundaries. You know that if a person doesn't do this, I will block them. There has to be consequences. I will not talk to them anymore. Just have consequences for your boundaries and stick to them. And honestly, I think boundaries without any consequences, they just thoughts. They're not boundaries at all. You just things that you're thinking in your head. Because if you won't have boundaries and you will not follow your boundaries, then honestly you're just betraying yourself. And be comfortable with losing people. Be comfortable with losing people, because if that person is comfortable with crossing your boundary, then they are so comfortable with losing you, and you also have to be comfortable with letting them go. And honestly, when I say you have to have consequences and all of that, I'm not saying you have to be mean. For example, if you're sitting over with a person and the person says, could you please move, and you're like, boundaries. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, know what you're comfortable with doing. Be reasonable as well. You actually don't have to be reasonable. You can be selfish. No, being selfish is good for you. Be selfish all you want. And know how to communicate your boundaries without being rude. Tell the person that, you know what, I would really love it if you talked to me in that manner, and if you didn't talk to me in that manner, it would force me not to talk to you anymore. Now you have communicated your boundary. Now it's up to them if they will overstep the boundary and show you that they have no respect for you at all, or they will respect your boundary because damn, they are so afraid of losing you. Yeah, so my message to you is have boundaries. that is very good for you, and don't be afraid to lose anybody in the process, because you will lose people that don't value you or anything. And I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday, and they said that there's seasons for everybody. People come and go, and you have to be comfortable with that. People come, fulfill their purpose, and go. Sometimes their purpose is short term, sometimes their purpose is long term, and you have to be comfortable with that. Maybe that person that is going to leave after you set your boundary was there for you to see that, what, you can set boundaries, then people leave, and then you can live your life after that without feeling bumps. Okay, you can live your life happily after that person leaves, actually. So do it. And yeah, that is it for today's episode. Please like, share, subscribe, invite a friend that you think has to hear this as well. And yeah, please come back. Keep on coming back. Set boundaries for yourself. I love you. Love yourself as well. Goodbye.